Goes down, and none of the crews waste any time in getting off the stake boat. China in 1, Italy in 2, France in 3, Great Britain in 4, Canada in 5, Denmark in 6. This is the final of the men's lightweight coxless 4, and Great Britain in lane 4. James Clark, Paul Mattick, James Lindsay-Fynn, Richard Chambers took a little look to the right there in the bow seat just to see how that first 100 meters went. And at the moment, they're right into the race here. But look at the Italians up there in lane at number 1, just starting to creep ahead.
Italy always very good, but Great Britain were the fastest qualifiers out of the semi-finals. They've got France to the left of them, who were world champions in 2005. They were second at Eton last year at the World Championships, second to China, who are the reigning world champions. What a field, what an extraordinary field. And then Denmark you've got with this great experience coming back there. And don't forget about Canada with the experience, Ian Bramble and John Beer in their boat.
Looking at the stroke rate there, you can just see that was Canada. They're at 43 now to 42. You'll see those numbers start to come down here. Basically, you've got to whip it up really high, get up to maximum speed by the 7th, 8th, 9th stroke, then sprint out to about 250, out to the 500, and then you're really lengthening it out and looking for that rhythm that will sustain you in the middle 1,000 of this race. Let's see who's winning. At the moment, it's just close through. Italy, Canada, and Great Britain. That's fine in that safe 3rd position.
China last, and that's very, very unexpected. Again, China in the semi-finals they sat quite way back and then moved fast through to qualify, but they weren't really up to the speed that we had expected them to have. Canada doing well there in lane 5, but Great Britain just in the pack, chasing Italy at the moment. They do get into a nice rhythm, the British 4, in the middle of the race. That middle 1,000 meters, they move very well indeed. And you can see them there now, just looking very fluent, moving nicely together.
James Clark there, just leading his men through this second 500. 750 down, 1250 to go. And the Canadians now are starting to have a go at the Italian crew. I must say the first 500, the Italians look quite slick. Now, though, with everyone just inching back, starting to put a little bit of pressure. That's what it's about. If you're behind and you're sitting half a length down, you just add a little bit of pressure to the leading crews and see if the heads start to come down, and that puts you in a more stronger and commanding position. Here's Italy, lane 2.
That looked a bit ominous, actually, seeing those crews. The crews were moving, the leading crews were moving away. China was coming through. Italy was moving on. Canada was looking good, and Great Britain was not responding. They just didn't seem to react there, just coming up to the 1,000 meters. They've got to respond now because the race is going to go away from them.
We're through the 1,000 meters, and the voices yet you can hear in the background are all the coaches and the supporters urging all these crews on at the halfway mark. This is the final of the men's lightweight coxless 4, and Great Britain lane number 4 really now have to move on. This is a crew that won in Linz and Amsterdam earlier in the season. We're looking at China in lane 1. They're the world champions. Let me give you a lane order. China in 1, Italy in 2, France in 3, Great Britain in 4, Canada in 5, Denmark in lane number 6. Even Denmark here in lane 6, they're still in it. There's nothing really across whole 6 boats. The Italians led from the first stroke. They are holding on, but it is not very much. Now we're looking at Great Britain. We're looking there at Paul Mattick, and behind him sits James Lindsay-Fynn, Richard Chambers in the bow seat, making a few calls here. The bows of the British boat on your just ahead of you there, slicing through the water.
They've now moved into 3rd place. Italy beginning to tire, trying to fight off China, top of the picture there. China really making their move here. They've got 700 meters to go, still a lot of river to go. Great Britain trying to look for some flourish in that last 700 meters.
Absolutely, watching the crew in lane number 1, the world champions from China. And I tell you, Richard James is watching them in the bow seat, occasionally just looking to his right. There he is again, looking to the Chinese crew, looking to the Italian crew, because that is now in the closing stages where the action is happening. We're coming up to the final timing mark. China now, a little look left from Tian in the stroke seat. This crew know they have the speed.
Gary, there's France coming up as well, very close to Great Britain.
Very hard to call in the closing stages. 500 now to go. We really are in the business end of this final of the men's lightweight coxless 4, and Great Britain now have to move because they have to go with the Italian crew, who still managed to hold on. Great Britain lane at number 4, James Clark, Paul Mattick, James Lindsay-Fynn, Richard Chambers from Oxford Brookes University, a mere 22 years of age, looking to pull out all the experience he can, because the Chinese are stepping on again. China have to go on. They're the world champions. They're the defending champions. And look at this. Now the British crew goes. And James Clark has just lifted the boat up. Dan, this is a fabulous sprint.
They are moving. China looks as if they really can't do much more. Italy beginning to come back. Italy, great fighters, but Great Britain have really timed it well. They're moving well. Watch out for France. Very fast finishers. France trying to come up between Italy and Great Britain. But have the British done the right thing? Have they held back and now making their big push?
Inside 200 metres and up they go again. James Clark has to drive on because the Italian boat are so experienced. The Italians now just holding on. It is stroke for stroke. 100 metres. China, the world champions, up in lane number 1, will not show for the gold medal. Here come France, and the British boat now finally easing out again. It's 2 feet, it's out to 3 feet. The Italian boat have not rolled over. 3 strokes remain for the gold medal in the World Champions, and it's Great Britain, the world champions in the men's lightweight coxless 4. And what a fabulous and stellar performance that was. The middle 1,000, they really positioned themselves so well and moved on in the last 500. Silver medal to France, the Italians get the bronze medal, the world champions from China pushed out into 5th position.
Sensational finish. What a timed race. How cool were they at that halfway point where they were sitting there, 3rd, 4th, 4th place, and then moved through the field. You saw China, big threat, but Great Britain timed it beautifully, came right through Italy. Italy just tiring a little bit. Great, brave effort from Italy to go out there and take it on. But what a great row for Great Britain.
Well, we'll take a pause and a breather for that, because it was the most fantastic and fierce last 250 metres, and that's what it means to James Clark here, and an absolutely fantastic result.
British lightweights back on the scene. I love it. It's great.
Great Britain top of the pile, France in second.